Hey guys, Monica Fernandez with Evolution Essentials. Guess what we're talking about today? Lavender essential oil. I know, after all these videos in my channel, I finally just devote one entire video on lavender essential oil. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the top 20 benefits of lavender essential oil and how you should use it. This is probably the most well-known and popular essential oils in the world, in the aromatherapy world. It is so popular, but I want you to dig deeper today on everything that you can do with it. There's so much more, but I wanted to keep it short today. So I'm going to cover really quickly the top 20 benefits of lavender essential oil. I'm going to give you some DIYs. But first of all, I wanted to talk a little bit about what lavender is, some of its properties, and also some of its chemical compounds. I know this is probably the boring part. I'm going to do the boring part first and then go to the fun stuff. Stick with me today because I'm going to have a free gift for you just for watching. Lavender essential oil comes from a flower. The lavender fields are growing extremely abundantly in Bulgaria and in France. Those are probably the most well-known places to grow lavender. And I want you to know that it takes, ready for this, 35 pounds of lavender flowers to produce just this one bottle, okay? 15 milliliter bottle of essential oil. I want you to just imagine 35 pounds. That's like two of my cats, of my big cats, my Rocky. He's like, actually, no, that's three of them. That's three cats. Holy crap. It's a lot of pounds, a lot of flowers to produce such a small amount. But it's easy to grow lavender, but the best lavender with the highest medicinal therapeutic qualities comes from that region, France and Bulgaria. So everybody can grow lavender, right? One of the really popular stories about lavender has been talked about from 1910 by a French chemist and scholar. It's been passed down. His name was René Maurice Gattefossé, and he discovered the virtues of essential oils. The story goes a little bit mythological because they say he got burned and he plunged his hand into a mysterious liquid and suddenly it healed and he found out it was lavender, and that's how, he found out the healing properties of lavender. That's really not how it happened. I mean, this guy was a chemist. This was intentional, not intentional that he got burned. That was an accident. But I'm going to quote something from one of his writings, and it said that the external application of small quantities of essences rapidly stops the spread of gangrenous sores. So he had gangrenous sores as a result of this burn with chemicals. And he continues, in my personal experience, after a laboratory explosion covered me with burning substances which I extinguished by rolling on a grassy lawn, both my hands were covered with a rapidly developing gas gangrene. Just one rinse with lavender essence stopped the gasification of the tissue. This treatment was followed by profuse sweating and healing began the next day. So this is from July 1910. It's really amazing. So, he applied the lavender oil intentionally, but I think that he was really surprised with how well and quickly it healed him and probably saved his life. So this really was an incredible moment for aromatherapy. So lavender falls under the chemical compound group known as esters. Esters are typically characterized for their calming properties. So, that's probably the best well-known thing about lavender is all things calming. And we're going to go through everything that you can do calming with lavender. The main chemical components of lavender oil are linalool and linaloyl acetate. I have trouble saying these words. Try to say this really fast. It's a lot of L's. very appropriate for lavender. So essential oils that are high in linalool, including lavender, are known for their ability to reduce sad and anxious feelings. So numerous studies actually have shown that aromatherapy with lavender essential oil has, as an addition to bedtime routine, can improve sleep duration and satisfaction while decreasing waking up during the night and overall fatigue levels. So this is really great if you have trouble sleeping or you wake up really often during the night and you're just, on edge all the time. And so a recent study found that developing a routine of inhaling lavender prior to bedtime can even have a long-acting rebalancing effect on the sleep cycle. Obviously, these are all studies that you can look up if you Google them. So what are the top 20 benefits of lavender essential oil? Let's get started. The first one I've already hinted at. Number one is calm. So, lavender, it smells really good. It has a floral scent. And one of the simplest things that you can do is open your bottle and smell. It's easy as that. If you want to have personal experience with it, you just drop one drop in your hand, warm it up in your hands, close your eyes, take a nice deep breath. It's just as simple as that. How simple is that? That's all you can do. Do that for a minute or two, and you will feel the tension just go away. And you will feel calm. That's what lavender does. It really is an incredible calming oil. Number two benefit is going along with that is a relaxation. And one of the good things that you can do for relaxation is taking a bath. So what I recommend here that you do is do a bath salt. So bath salt is really easy. You take some Epsom salts. You take about half a cup or a cup. It depends on how much Epsom salt you want in your bath. And you put, a few drops of lavender essential oil, about 5 drops of essential oil. You mix it up before it goes, and then you just pour it in your bath and you just relax. It's just as simple as that. It does not have to be complicated to relax, you guys. You don't need the candles. You don't need the music. You don't need all of that. All you need is something simple as a few drops of lavender. It's really, really great. So benefit number 3, going with this calming effect, it's a nervous tension reliever and it's great for stress management. If you've been to my channel, you know I'm huge about stress management. I really think it's so important because it's one of the big things in our lives that really disrupts and is the culprit of so many ailments and so many disruptions in our lives. And so if you want to know more about specifically what oils to use for anxious feelings, I did a video that you can watch right here on the top 8 essential oils for anxious feelings. And one of them, of course, is our friend lavender. And I just love lavender, you guys. If you haven't already, please subscribe right here in the red button, and then don't forget to press the gray bell so you can be notified every week and you can hang out with me. Number 4 is sleep. We've already talked a bit about this. I mentioned this at the beginning. Sleep is so important. We spend like half of our lives, almost half of our lives sleeping. It really is important that our body gets the rest. Our bodies, our minds, our emotions, everything needs to rest. And we need to have good quality sleep. It's recommended that you sleep those 7 to 9 hours a night, right? So if you're not getting that, you really need to work on your sleep. I know some people, they only need much less, but ideally you really want to get at least those 7 hours. And if they're not really quality, you're really not going to feel rested and you're going to feel fatigued. And that may ensue a bunch of other things that it's going to have a long-term negative effect. So how can you use lavender for sleep? You can diffuse and you can do a pillow mist I'm going to talk about this a little later, but I actually did a video that you can watch right here on the top 5 essential oils for sleeping soundly and longer. And of course, lavender is one of them. That's why I'm mentioning it. Number 5, lavender essential oil is actually a great skin, nails, hair oil. So it's really a Swiss Army knife of oils. And so number 5 is it reduces the appearance of scars and wrinkles. So it's a great oil to put on your skin. You can put it neat. That means you can put it straight on your skin. It's not going to cause sensitivity if you're an adult. Obviously, if you're applying it to a child or a pet, you want it diluted. I'm a big proponent of dilution, so I would recommend that you dilute this in a carrier oil. And my favorite is fractionated coconut oil because it does not disturb the chemical components of the essential oil. It's a great carrier oil. It dries non-greasy, it's highly moisturizing, and it's odorless. So it's a really great oil for the skin. So just mix that a little bit and you can really use it on your skin. So number 6, going along with the skin, it actually calms any skin irritations. So think of your razor burns, whether you're a guy that you have like razor burns on your face, or if you're a girl, think of if you're shaving in certain parts and stuff, you want, if you have razor burns accidentally, lavender can be your best friend. It really helps with that. So number 7 is it minimizes sunburn. So a really great recipe and super simple that you can do is get an 8-ounce bottle, a spray bottle, and you can put, purified distilled water in it, and you can drop about 5 to 10 drops of lavender essential oil, and that can be your after sun spray. You can mix it with peppermint if you'd like, but lavender alone is really nice for sunburn. So that's a really simple and cool DIY. It smells amazing, and it will soothe your sunburn. Remember what we talked about with Gat Fossé, that he healed, lavender helped him heal his burns. Here, the same thing. The next one, number 8, is minimize cooking burns. So again, in that skin burning motif, if you get burned, I always reach for my roll-on. So I have a roll-on. I don't have it here on hand. I just brought the bottle. I forgot the roll-on. But it's a lavender touch, which is already diluted in fractionated coconut oil. So it's a roll-on, and you just apply that. It's already diluted. Pre-diluted, you don't have to do it ahead of time. Of course, you're more than welcome to do that ahead of time and have it on hand. So that's really great for cooking burns. You want to have that on hand, near where you cook, because if you're prone to kitchen accidents, that's not a very good thing. Next up, number 9, it's in your laundry. So I use lavender in my dryer balls. I don't use dryer sheets because they're highly, highly toxic. First, they have those fragrances that are synthetic and very toxic. They're really harmful for you and the environment. And secondly, it's just a waste. So the wool dryer ball is something that you can reuse over and over again. And you can, I'll leave a link in the description for some wool dryer balls if you don't have those. It will save you money. If you're still using dryer things, toss that. Get these dryer balls, put a few drops on the dryer ball itself, throw it in your dryer, and your whole laundry will smell amazing. It smells like lavender, so fresh. You don't have to waste that stuff in the dryer sheets, and you don't have to create more trash for the planet or more toxicity for yourself and your family. So number 10, soothing to the skin. And I know that we talked about the skin already, but I wanted to talk to you about moisturizing. So you can actually get an unscented lotion and mix in some lavender essential oil and just lather your body in this. It's really amazing, really luxurious. When I travel, I always have some unscented lotion that I pre-made with the lavender essential oil in it. It's just very soothing and it smells amazing. I just love the smell of lavender. Number 11, it helps reduce worry in the mind. So if you're having a stressful time, we talked about stress management already, but if you tend to worry, you're prone to worrying, you have a lot on your plate, a lot on your shoulders, you know, lavender can really ease that worry. And if you want to dive into all of the benefits, if you're new to essential oils and you want to dive on the benefits of essential oils, please watch this video right here on what are the top 10 benefits of essential oils. If you're a beginner, that's a really great video to start you on all of the things that you can do with essential oils. Number 12, it can be used in hair treatments. So you can massage some lavender essential oil with some rosemary. These are great scalp oils in your scalp, and just give it a really good massage after your shower. I promise you're not going to get oily, because even though essential oils are oils, they're not oily. They dry, they get absorbed by the skin. Some of it goes in the air and then it gets dry. So I don't know how to explain this, but they're volatile chemicals. So they don't stay oily, if that makes sense. So you can really use that as a hair treatment. So very easy. You can just combine those two, lavender and rosemary. Great for the hair. If you have some dandruff issues and you need some cleansing, extra cleansing, you can add melaleuca to the mix as well, which is tea tree essential oil. So you can combine those three as well. Number 13, it may help soothe a headache or a migraine. So it depends really on the type of what the trigger was for the migraine or the headache, but you can really try lavender. Lavender may work to soothe that head tension. So try that. Number 14, along with some pain management, is muscle tension. So it will help with muscle tension. Again, you can use that fractionated coconut oil and you can massage. So imagine that the tension is on your shoulders. You can put a little bit of fractionated coconut oil on your hand and a couple of drops of lavender and mix it, and then do a massage or have someone do a massage on you. That is very nice for your muscles. If you want, you can add some peppermint to the mix. That is very nice. It has that cooling effect as well. Number 15. Now, this is an interesting one. This can be used in cooking to soften citrus flavors and or add a flavorful twist to marinades, baked goods, and desserts. I have tried this myself. I one time made brownies, gluten-free brownies, and instead of adding peppermint, I added lavender. It was really interesting. It was almost like I was having a gourmet, exotic dessert. It was very good. I liked it a lot. In terms of ingesting essential oils, you guys, I don't recommend it, okay? The only oils that I would ever suggest that you would potentially use for ingestion would be the oils that I use. I leave a link in the description for you on 25% off that you can have on the essential oil brand that I use. Not all oils are meant to be ingested. Some are very toxic, and you have to be very careful with the amounts. Less is more with essential oils on everything. Anyway, that's number 15. Number 16, as a non-toxic perfume. I was actually, before the video, I knew I was going to talk about lavender, so I ended up doing this. I'm going to do it for you so I can just demonstrate. And I just use it as perfume, non-toxic perfume. Like this is so easy, you know, really easy. I love it. Number 17 is as a non-toxic air freshener. I actually show you how to make this on this video right here. It's the 4 bathroom cleaners to stop buying that you can make at home using essential oils. And one of them is the air freshener. It's so simple, you guys. It's non-toxic and it's safe. And you don't have to just put lavender in it. You can put a bunch of essential oils in it if you want, but you can just do lavender and it's smells beautiful. So you can do that. Number 18 is you can freshen your old potpourri. I'm not a potpourri girl, but if you have old potpourri lying around and you still think it's pretty and you want to keep it, you can just put a few drops of lavender essential oil on your old potpourri to kind of make it smell pretty again. That's number 18. Number 19 is as a cuticle cream. So we talked about, you know, the skin, we talked about hair, and now I'm going to talk about nails. So if you have nail issues and you want to strengthen your cuticles, I'm going to actually teach you how to make this cuticle cream. It's really, really easy, and I'm going to leave the recipe for you in the description as well. So, you know, with cold weather, it can be really rough on your skin and on your cuticles. So making a homemade cuticle cream is a great way to bring moisture and health back to your nails. And this essential oil cuticle cream can be used also on your hands as a moisturizer, on your lips as a lip balm, or anywhere that you have dry spots. So it's really, really easy. And here are the ingredients. You only need 4 ingredients. How simple is that? Super non-toxic, okay? Non-toxic. It's 2 tablespoons shea butter, 1 teaspoon beeswax, 1 tablespoon fractionated coconut oil, and 7 drops of lavender. That's it, okay? So then what you're gonna do is, in a small glass container, you're going to combine the shea butter, beeswax, and fractionated coconut oil. You're going to place in a saucepan with 1.5 inch of boiling water. So just do that double boiler thing. And then you're going to stir ingredients for 5 to 10 minutes. And you can, if you want, use a popsicle stick for easy cleanup. And once melted, you can remove from heat and let it rest for about 3 minutes. Then you add the essential oil, the lavender, and you stir. And then you pour into the container of your choice and you let harden for 2 to 3 hours. I urge you to get a glass container. I can put some glass container links below so it will be easy for you to get. To use, you can just apply a small amount to cuticles and rub until absorbed. So really, really easy and super simple to make. So, and number 20 and our final is an insect deterrent, is a non-toxic repellent. Insects just don't like lavender. They don't like the smell. So you can basically douse yourself in it. And there's a ton of more DIYs that you can do with lavender. And I invite you to look at my channel, look elsewhere, just, you know, Google lavender essential oil recipes. There's a ton out there. And you will be able to really be creative on ways that you can use this amazing essential oil. I hope you got major value from this video. Please comment below on your favorite way to use lavender. And I'll see you in the next video.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and share with your friends. See you next time.